What's up, gamers? And in this video, what I'm going to be showing you guys is a full tutorial on how we are going to be merging and modifying our Acid Lab Brickade 6x6 in the game, okay? So I will also have the requirements down in the descriptions below, and I will be going over the requirements as I go through the video here. So I'm going to start this off in B2, and B2 has to be completely full, alright? And then also in B2, we are going to be having like a bike in here or something like that. I'm just going to be using this blazer because I am going to be selling this later, and I am going to be getting rid of it because we will be pushing it to our Terrorbyte slot, okay? Now, also, another thing for this, we will need to make sure that we have a modded Terrorbyte. If you guys don't have a modded Terrorbyte, I will have a video linked down in the descriptions below on how to go ahead and modify your Terrorbyte, all right? But other than that, you can see that we're going to have some space in B4, so just like one slot. We're going to be transferring the Terrorbyte to B4 later on. And then other than that, once again, make sure that you guys do have a modded Terrorbyte because the modifications from the Terrorbyte are going to be getting transferred over to your Brickade Acid Lab 6x6, okay? So the first thing that we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to head to our facility. We're going to invite one of our friends to the session, and we need to call up our mechanic right now, and we're going to request a car that starts with the letter T, okay? And the reason for this, it's going to make it a lot easier. So we're at the facility because we're going to have to get glitched out with the Bogden heist and a Simeon job real quick, okay? So we're just going to go ahead and head on inside and head on over to our, well, it's going to be our heist room here. Alright, so you guys are going to want to pop open your phone, and I'll explain how you guys are going to be able to do this and get glitched out. It's pretty simple. So pop open your phone, call up Simeon, and go ahead and request a job from Simeon at this time. Now, once you guys have the job in your phone, make sure it's like the only job in your phone, okay? And then other than that, what we're going to do is go ahead and register as a CEO president. And then I'm going to tell you guys the buttons that I'm pressing here. So I'm going to press right on the D-pad. And then right after I press right on the D-pad, I'm going to start spamming up on the D-pad and X, or A if you guys are on Xbox, of course. Okay, so what we're looking for here is for it to say a Bogden problem, but be from Simeon and not Lester, okay? So if you guys mess up the first few tries, just keep doing this until we can actually get it to say that the job or the actual Bogden problem heist is from Simeon and not Lester, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and once again keep pressing right on the D-pad, and as soon as I press right on the D-pad one time, I'm gonna start spamming up on the D-pad and X at the same time. We're gonna have to do this a couple times so you guys get used to this glitch right here, okay? So basically what we're doing here is merging the two jobs because we need this to go ahead and, you know, continue on to the next step. So once again, right on the D-pad and then start spamming up on the D-pad in A or X at that time. You guys should hear some clicking from your phone. Bam, there we go. Finally got it. So you guys see that right there, how it says the Bogden problem, but it's from Simeon? Cool, so we got that to work. So what we're gonna need to do at this time is just go ahead and send a friend in, like, you know, invite to our friend that's just waiting outside, or maybe they're already in your facility. Just make sure that they are in the same session as you guys. You can do this in like a closed friend or an invite only. So what needs to happen now is we're just gonna go ahead and start up this job, all right? So I'm just gonna wait for my friend to get in here, and then we're gonna go ahead and start up this job. Now, what's gonna happen is my friend's gonna get glitched out on the screen just like this, and you guys should at some point here, and I'll show you when, we should notice a timer in the bottom right-hand corner. So we're going to be glitched out here, so don't worry. We'll start up here in just a second. And then we're going to have the ability right here. So this is why we chose a vehicle with the letter T, because what we're going to do is we're going to find the Terrorbyte real quick. So the Terrorbyte right there, plenty of times. You guys can see in the bottom right-hand corner, I have a timer. That's an indication to let us know that the glitch is working. So at this point, we can go ahead and ready up, but we have to wait the timer out because our friend is going to be on that glitched out screen right now. And we're just waiting for the actual job to start, which will start when the timer runs out of time at this, okay? So the next part, what's going to happen here is I'm going to end up in the actual submarine, and my friend just needs to back out of the job at this time. So they can just pop open their phone, they can just find like a brand new invite-only session or something. But basically what needs to happen here is just tell your friend to leave that job, okay? So we failed the mission. This is fine and dandy. And then what's going to happen here is it's going to give us a couple alerts, and we're just going to go ahead and, well, we'll accept this right here. So just go ahead and press like X or A, and then back out of that right there, okay? We're just gonna back out of that menu right there. Now, what's gonna happen is we should wind up at Mount Chiliad, and if you guys pop open your map when you're on Mount Chiliad, you should notice that your Terrorbyte is now gonna be like right over here on the road, should be, right about here. So there's my Terrorbyte, and that's a personal vehicle right now. We're gonna be using that for the next part of the glitch. So we're gonna need to travel on over to our nightclub at this time. The best way of doing that, you guys, is just doing a job teleport glitch, which involves us just to start up a job on the map that's gonna be closest to your Terrorbyte, or I would not say Terrorbyte, but most closest to your nightclub garage. And then from there, we're just gonna go ahead and join a friend in a different targeting mode, accept the first and then decline the second. And then this should pop us out near our nightclub, wherever that may be located. And then from here, if your guys' personal vehicle, which should be the Terrorbyte at this time, does not appear, you can just go right back into this blue circle, press right on the D-pad, and then it's gonna take you into the job, and then just simply back out of the settings, okay? All right, perfect. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go get inside of our Terrorbyte, and we're gonna drive it to the garage of our nightclub, all right? So I'm gonna drive this into B2. Right now, B2 is completely full, and that's gonna be very important, all right? And then also, earlier, I showed you guys that I have a bike in here that I've bought in. We're gonna end up losing this bike, okay? We're gonna also be shoving this into the Terrorbyte garage. So right here, I'm just gonna go ahead and overwrite that vehicle. Perfect, so there's the Terrorbyte right there. So that's where it needs to be. All right, so what we're gonna do at this time is just turn right back around and go outside. I'm gonna go ahead and register as an MC president, and then from the menu of the MC presidency, I'm gonna go ahead and request that, I think it's a Blazer or something like that, not really sure, but it's a four-wheeler, and I know when I call it out, it's gonna be the one that I have in there because it's the only one that I have of its kind. So I know the name, I know the color, and everything like that. So just go ahead and reassure that we're gonna be calling out the vehicle right now that has actually been forced its way into the Terrorbyte garage. So what we're gonna need to do at this time, guys, is take this vehicle and go sell it. So hopefully you're not sitting on something like a daily sell limit or something like that, from, you know, being too greedy and selling duplicated cars in the game or something like that. But anyways, from there, yeah, the next step of what needs to happen is we are going to go ahead and sell this vehicle real quick. So we'll take it into the LS custom shop real quick and then just sell it. Perfect. All right, so we're gonna be ready to do the next step here. So the next step is we're gonna be calling out a vehicle that starts with the letter B, okay? Because what we're gonna be doing is getting ourselves glitched out there over at the facility again, but this time I'm just gonna be calling out a vehicle with the letter B, so we can go ahead and find the Brickade 6x6, super easy, and then we're gonna turn that into a personal vehicle, and I'm gonna show you guys how easy this glitch actually is, okay? There's just a few steps here that we have to follow along. And then at this time, guys, once we go ahead and get our vehicle out, what you can do if you want is you can just start up like a brand new invite only session. You can set your spawn location to your facility at this time. And then from there, we can just start up like a brand new invite only session. And I'm just gonna go ahead and force a save by changing my style. And then from here, find a new session. We can go into like a closed friend or an invite only, doesn't matter, but we do need to make sure when we do go back in there, we need to invite our friend to that session. So I'm gonna do that real quick before we go get glitched out one more time over at the heist board. So I'm in a brand new like invite only or closed friend session at this time, and real quick, I'm just gonna go to my friends list and I'm gonna go ahead and send my friend an invite to this session. All right, perfect. Now, once again, you guys, we're over at the heist board and we got to get ourselves glitched out, okay? So once again, what we're going to be doing is we're going to pop open our phone and we're going to go ahead and give Simeon a call and request a job from Simeon at this time, just like before. And then you guys might want to register as a CEO president. Hello? And then from there, once again, we're just going to be making sure that Simeon is the only job on our phone. And then from here, once again, what we're gonna be doing is just press right on the D-pad one time and then start spamming up on the D-pad in A or X at that time, all right? So this may take you guys a few tries, just like you see me. But, you know, you might be lucky enough to get it the first try. So that was a fail right there. So once again, I'm just going to go ahead and walk up to the board here, press right on the D-pad, start spamming up on the D-pad and A or X at this time. Because what we're trying to do here is merge that Simeon job with the Bogden Heist to where it actually says the Bogden Heist, but it's from Simeon and not Lester. That's the indication to let us know that we're ready to go on to the next step of the glitch. So you guys just keep doing this until you get yourself glitched out just like this. So there we go. Got ourselves the Bogden problem from Simeon. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and send my friend a invite into this job real quick, because that's the only thing that we need a friend for this. Our friend is literally just joining a job and then backing out, and that's the only thing that our friend is doing for this part of the glitch. So it's very easy for our friend to be helping us out here with not a lot of, you know, requirements. So once again, we're gonna get glitched out here. So we're gonna go ahead and choose the Brickade 6x6. So there it is. And then once again, to let you guys know that the glitch is working properly, you're going to pay attention to the bottom right hand of the screen where you're going to be seeing an actual timer counting down at this time, okay? So once again, your friend at this time is going to be glitched out on the screen and you're going to be on this screen. There's nothing that we can do except just wait this out. And then once again, what's going to happen here is I'm going to spawn inside of a submarine and then my friend is just going to spawn wherever, but we need our friend to go ahead and back out of a job, all right? So here we go, we just spawned in, we're glitching in. There we go, I'm in the submarine at this time. Now I'm gonna tell my friend to go ahead and leave the job, and it's gonna say failed. And there's gonna be a couple screens here we're gonna have to get through. All right. So just like accept that one right there. And then once you guys get to this menu, just back out, all right? Now, when you get backed out, it should send you back into an invite-only session. Once again, we're going to go ahead and spawn over at Mount Chiliad, okay? So when we spawn on Mount Chiliad, this time when we pop open our map, we should notice that our acid lab is sitting right there. So what we're going to go ahead and do is job teleport over to the Freakshop at this time, okay? So if you guys have a job that's right by the Freakshop, what we're gonna go ahead and do is just start up that job, and then at this time, I'm gonna join one of my friends that's in a different targeting mode. I'm gonna go ahead and join them. I'm gonna accept the first alert, and I'm gonna decline the second alert at this time. And then this is the job teleport glitch, which enables us to travel in short distance, or I would say long distances in short amount of time. Okay. So, we're going to go into the Freakshop at this time. Now, once we get into the Freakshop, you guys are going to go over to your mechanic, press right on the D-pad, and we're just going to change one thing on the vehicle, okay? Just make sure that it's something cheap so you guys don't spend a lot of money, and then we're just going to simply back out at this time. So, what we need to do, guys, is start up a brand new invite-only session, and we're going to go ahead and basically set our spawn location over to the nightclub to make the travel time a lot easier, because depending on where your guys' nightclub is, it can be, you know, far away. Mine's all the way at the airport. I don't want to travel, you know, like during this time, especially when there's snow outside. But anyways, from here, you guys, we're just going to go ahead and set our spawn location to the nightclub and then find a brand new invite-only session. And we're going to make sure that we spawn in over here at the nightclub once again. Perfect. And we're almost done with the glitch. We only have to do like one more part here, okay? So once you guys spawn in the nightclub, what you're going to need to do wherever you spawn in, probably about the same spot as I'm at, is make your way on over to the elevator, which should just be located right around the corner here. And then once we get to the elevator, what we're going to need to do is go into B2. So B2 has our Terrorbyte in it right now. So we're just going to be doing one thing once we get in there real quick, or a couple things. I'll show you guys. Alright, so we're going to go into B2. Now, once we get into B2 where the Terrorbyte is, what we need to do is we need to get into the Terrorbyte at this time, and we're going to press right on the D-pad, and we're going to change something on the Terrorbyte as well, okay? So for me, I'm just going to go ahead and change armor because it's very inexpensive. So right on the D-pad, we're going to go into armor, change this, change it back, and then from here, we're going to back out and then choose this right here, exit the vehicle. Perfect. Now, what you guys are going to need to do at this time is walk over to the blue circle in the garage, okay? So here's the blue circle right here. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to change the Terrorbyte in B2 and replace it with a vehicle in B4, okay? So, that's another garage that you guys need to have full, which I did have listed in the descriptions below the requirements for this glitch, okay? So that's all that we're doing right here is just changing that out. And then at this time, what we're going to go ahead and do is pop open our interaction menu. We're going to go to spawn location, and we're going to set this to the Freakshop, okay? So once we set this to the Freakshop, we can force a save by changing our style, just like this. This is just to make sure that it saves. And then you guys can pop open your pause menu. We're going to go to find a new session and go into a brand new invite-only session. This is so we don't have a lot of travel time. When you guys are doing this on new gen, seems to work very quickly here. All right, now, once you guys spawn into the Freakshop, you should notice that all the modifications that you had on your Terrorbyte has now just been transferred over to your Acid Lab. So just give me a second here, we'll load in. All right, you guys, check it out. There it is. I was able to transfer all the modifications from the Terrorbyte on over to the Acid Lab, which right now is sitting on F1's, and I believe the color combination there is Kelly green with a secret gold behind that, making it like a 2 or 3 tone. I'm not really sure what's going on there. I had somebody from Save Wizard make this. So of course we're going to change one thing on the vehicle to force a save, and then that can be anything. You guys might need to upgrade this anyways at this time, and like put a lot of the modifications back on it and stuff like that. But anyways, from there, you guys, this is how we are able to go ahead and modify our Acid Lab with a step-by-step tutorial. So anyways, from there, if the video was helpful and you guys were able to go ahead and merge your guys' Acid Lab in the game, hit that like button down below on the way out, subscribe for more content, and thank you for watching. My name is GRAVESIGHT, and I'll see you in the next one. So peace!